Buenas and Hafaday. This virtual Committee on Rules meeting is now called to order. For the record, today is Thursday, October 8th, 2020, and the time is now 2:13 p.m. The host of this hearing will mute all participants until called on by the chair. When called to speak, please ensure that you're unmuted and speaking into your microphone. And we just ask that all members abide by all rules of conduct and quality assurance standards for this meeting. At this time, our core director, Ms. Mary Maravilla, will now call the roll of members.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Buenas, Gaigia.
Vice Chair Amanda L. Shelton.
Afade.
Speaker Tina Rose Munya Barnes.
Good afternoon, Gaigia.
Vice Speaker Talina Cruz Nelson. Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano. Senator Sabina Flores Perez.
Here.
Senator Clinton E. Rogel.
Here.
Senator Joe S. San Augustine.
Gaigizu.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi.
Gaigia.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi.
Agizu.
Senator James C. Moylan.
Here.
Senator Mary Camacho Torres.
Agizu.
Madam Chair, you have a quorum.
Dispensa, did I not hear myself, or was I?
I apologize, Senator Kelly, you're coming in and out. She did call your name. So if you'd like to respond at this time.
Okay, yeah, internet connection, so I apologize for that. So Estaguitu, if I can do.
Thank you, Senator. Does the chair hear a motion to excuse members not present?
Yes, Madam Chair. Motion to excuse.
And a second?
I second that.
There's been a motion by Senator San Augustine and a second by the speaker to excuse members not present. Ms. Maravilla, please roll call.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Ungen.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Ungan.
Speaker Munya Barnes.
Okay.
Vice Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano.
Okay.
Senator Sabina Flores Perez.
Ungan.
Senator Clinton E. Rogel.
Aye.
Senator Joe San Augustine.
Again.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi. Senator James C. Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Mary Camacho Torres.
Ungan.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi.
I think you called me already. I said Ungan.
Oh, sorry.
The motion to excuse members not present received 11 ayes. Motion passes.
Madam Chair, on the motion to accept the Committee on Rules meeting minutes subject to corrections. Can I have
Yes,
that motion on?
So again, the core meeting minutes from May 29th, 2020 can be found on our Google Drive folder, and it was sent out previously. So it's titled 01 meeting minutes. The speaker is moving to hear a motion to ratify the minutes from our core meeting. Is that correct?
Second.
Yeah.
Second.
Seconded by Senator San Augustine. On the motion to ratify the core meeting minutes dated April 30th, 2020, Ms. Maravilla, please call the roll.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Actually, Ms. Maravilla, can you just repeat the date of the meeting minutes just for clarity on the
Yes,
motion?
core meeting minutes from May 29th, 2020 at 11 a.m.
Suzu Masi, and my vote is Hungan.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Ungan.
Speaker Munya Barnes.
Ungan.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Titano.
Ungan.
Senator Perez.
Ungan.
Senator Rigel.
Aye. Aye.
Senator San Augustine.
Ungan.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi.
Ungan.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi.
Ungan.
Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Camacho Torres.
Ungan.
The motion receives 11 ayes, motion carries. We'll move on next to core business and document tracking. So the first item of core business is an update on document tracking, and our legislative secretary will now provide her report, which can be found on our Google Drive folder for this meeting titled 02 Legislative Secretary's Report. Senator Shelton?
Suzu Masi, Madam Chair, and Hafaday colleagues, the Legislative Secretary report to date is as follows. There have been 216 appointments submitted by Governor Leon Guerrero to date since the beginning of the term. Since our last core meeting in May, 7 appointments have been confirmed during the June 2020 session, 7 appointments confirmed during the July 2020 session, and 7 appointments confirmed during our September 2020 session, totaling 165 confirmed appointments to date. Of the remaining 51 appointments, some have been withdrawn and some are pending confirmation. No pending appointments, however, have extended beyond the authorized 90-day limit. There are 4 zone change requests at this time, and we have received 15 proposed rules and regulations. 8 of the 15 have had their public hearings. Suzu Masi, Madam Chair.
Suzu Masi, Legislative Secretary. The next item of business is the ratification of referrals. The referrals of bills, resolutions, and appointments are indicated each of the corresponding logs, which can be found on our Google Drive folder for this meeting entitled Legislative Item Logs. Does the chair hear a motion to ratify the referral of bills?
Madam Chair, I move to accept the ratification of bills, resolutions.
Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me, Madam Chair, there is a
I
mistake.
apologize, Senator Sabina. We need to have the motion approved and then seconded, then we can open up for discussion. So
Okay.
if you can just
Second.
give us a minute. Thank you, Senator San Augustine, for seconding the motion. We'll now move to discussion. Senator Sabina, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. There is a mistake on the bills for Bill 386, I believe. Yeah, the co-sponsor should have been Senator Therese Terlahi, but it was put down as Senator Jose Pito Terlahi. So yeah, that correction can be made. And then the other thing is the status of the referrals. So I noticed some bills that came after mine have been referred. So I'm just wondering.
I apologize, Senator Sabina, on Bill 386.
Yes.
You're talking about on our log or on the website? There's an error in
the log. The log.
Okay. On the most important thing is that what's available to the public and what's on our website is current. So we'll make that minor change to the log, but thank you for bringing it to our attention. And I also just want to reiterate that since the beginning of the term, nothing has changed in terms of our introduction and referral process. All bills are introduced, they are placed on our website for the public to review, and then they go through a pre-referral process through the Office of Finance and Budget. once that pre-referral process is complete, it comes to the Committee on Rules, and we typically are able to refer those in a few days. So some bills take a little bit longer in the Office of Finance and Budget because they, require a little bit more time for their staff to go through. We've also just completed a very extensive budget series of budget sessions and budget season. And so maybe that's one of the reasons why OFB is, it's taken them a little bit of time to process some of those bills. So not necessarily the time in which the bills were introduced, but also, the length. Some of our bills are 400 pages and others are just 1 page. So there are a lot of different reasons as to why certain bills take longer in the referral process. And I just like to give maybe the chair of appropriations an opportunity to respond to that if he so chooses. Senator San Augustine, if you want to add anything to that.
No, Madam Chair, if any of the authors of the bill have any issues, then contact my office, then we can discuss it from there on issues of the OFB's note. Other than that, I don't think we have no need to discuss that openly right now. Thank you.
Judge Masi, any other member wish to be heard? Senator Therese Terlahi.
Yes, I'd like to raise the same concerns that there are some bills that have been introduced just last week and referred already to committees, whereas there are other bills that it's taken months. And I think it's a valid concern. And I think that the review is supposed to be whether there is a fiscal impact or not necessarily what, all the thorough analysis of it. But anyways, I just echo those concerns. I also wanted to raise a couple other concerns on the log. So I would motion that the amendment, that the motion be amended to subject to correction to correct the name as brought up earlier. And then there are some referrals. For example, bill number 281, it's a zoning bill. It's regarding signage and zoning, and it's amending a law that was in fact, that bill was referred to the Committee on Land, and yet this zoning bill is not referred to the Committee on Land. So I'm just, able to look at this list right now. And so I would ask that exception be made to this motion, and that these, for the referrals that of the bills that I'm bringing up right now. There's another one. It looks like it was referred out of my committee in June. It's regarding authorizing volunteers to enforce animal abuse. I'm not sure the reason for that. All I know is that there was another bill regarding animal abuse that was also.
Hey, Leonard, I'm in a Zoom right now. I'll call you back, okay?
Could you please identify the bill number that you're referring to, just so we're all on the same page?
Yeah, the first one, the zoning bills 285-35. I think I mentioned that. That's sorry. The zoning bills 281-35. The animal abuse is 285, and the only reason I raised that is because, there is another animal abuse bill that was sent to my committee and this one, and we had been working with both of the bills at the same time. There's another bill with 288. It's relative to infrastructure repairs at the Guam Memorial Hospital that I would ask to be, reconsideration that also be referred to the committee on, with jurisdiction over the hospital, which is the Committee on Health. There's a bill 377 regarding the timely issuance of opinions requested at the Office of the Attorney General. Again, the Committee on Justice has jurisdiction of the Office of the Attorney General, and it's amending Title V, which is all within the Office of the Attorney General. And And then there's one regarding division of land or subdivision, parental subdivisions. And, but yes, this one is also in regards to parental subdivision and Bill 404-35. So I would just move that the motion that was earlier made be amended to exclude these bills, the ratification on these bills until they are reconsidered, and that the correction to the name be made as described earlier.
Let's take the original motion to change it to address the initial concern that you raised, subject to corrections, to address Bill 386. I believe that was a motion made by the speaker. Speaker, are you fine with that one change?
I believe it was my motion to.
Oh, I apologize.
Yes. My motion, but I'm fine to include subject to corrections. Yes.
Mossy, and then seconded by Senator San Augustine. Oh, the speaker. Okay, thank you, Speaker. On the motion to ratify the referrals of bills subject to corrections, there's been a motion by our legislative secretary and seconded by Speaker Munya Barnes. Ms. Maravilla, if you could call the roll, please.
Wait, I'm sorry. I made a motion to amend that motion.
So we need to complete the first motion that you addressed, subject to corrections. Are you making a secondary motion to exclude these bills?
Correct, because you're approving the whole list. And so I'm asking that, except for these, yes. Ratify the list except for these, pending reconsideration, yeah.
So
Madam,
Senator Reese Terlahi has...
Do I have a point of inquiry then, please? If
Sure.
I may. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Madam Speaker, can we just address Senator Teresa's motion and we'll get hopefully a second so that we can discuss it?
That's why I think it was important to ask the question based on the ratification and the exclusion. If the recommendation subject to corrections is not accepted, are we able to talk about the ratifications? Because there are some concerns based on this referral. So do you want to take the motion first, subject to corrections, that encompasses these concerns and then work through it? I just wanted a verification, please.
Right. That was what I was hoping to do, but Senator Therese Terlahi interjected and asked that we reconsider this motion. So I'm giving her an opportunity to make her motion and hopefully there's a second so that we can discuss it.
Okay, my motion is the same that I made earlier. It's to amend the motion to ratify the entire list, and that motion be amended to ratify the list subject to the correction of the name that was earlier made, and with the exception of the bills as listed here, to give additional time for reconsideration. And that's it.
I understand, Senator Therese.
Second the motion.
Okay, seconded by Senator Jim Moylan. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Aye.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Aye.
Speaker Barnes.
Aye.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano.
Again.
Senator Perez.
Again.
Senator Rigel.
Aye.
Senator San Augustine.
All right, I'm still confused about what is all emotions about anyway, but go ahead. No, to start.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi.
Okay.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi.
Good.
Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Nay. Did you register, Mary? It was a no.
Thank you, Senator. I got that. Senator San Augustine.
I said no.
Thank you, Senator.
On that motion, the motion received 6 ayes, 5 nays, and 1 excused absence. Motion fails. We'll go back to the original motion made by the speaker, subject to corrections. So this is a motion to ratify the referral of bills subject to corrections.
Made by the secretary, please.
I apologize. Made by the secretary and seconded by Speaker Munoz Barnes. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Point of order,
Arabella,
point of inquiry. Just what is the number of votes needed to pass in this committee? Not 6.
I believe it's 8.
8, motions are 8.
Yes, correct, 8.
Point of order, motions are 8.
Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Hungen.
Sorry, are we on, which motion are we on now? Senator Shelton's motion?
Yes, so the motion was to ratify the referral of bills subject to corrections to include the issue raised on Bill 386 by Senator Sabina Harris. Again, that was a motion made by the legislative secretary, seconded by the speaker, and we're currently voting now. So,
Well,
Ms. Villa, roll call, please.
Discuss that. I think I had the floor when I made my motion, and just wanted to add just one more thing to the discussion. And that is, yeah, this ratification of referrals. We rarely object to any referrals, but it's just, there's been several bills that are just being referred to committees that just do not seem appropriate. They're not going to receive the scrutiny even, or the agencies that are involved are not necessarily even always at the hearings. That's what I've been seeing. And so I'm not going backwards and trying to correct any of the referrals that were made previously or that have not had public hearings yet, but these referrals where the public hearings are still pending, I just think it's we need to try to do our best to get these agencies that are really going to be impacted to be involved. And this is part of our transparency here at the legislature.
Thank you very much, Senator Teresa Falahi. Sorry, I apologize. Madam Speaker? Go ahead.
Can I rise to a point of personal privilege, Madam Chair, if I may? At this time, I'd like to share that as we look at the statement of bills that have been wrongfully referred as suggested, I have my policy team looking at bills that have been referred to committees and have not, 70% of some bills have not even had a public hearing. So Madam Chair, I'm just asking, based on procedure, based on the standing rules, and based on what
that is irrelevant to what my point is.
Not relevant, Madam Chair, if I may.
I apologize, Senator Terlahi. Madam Speaker, Munoz Barnes has the floor, so let's just let her continue and complete her. She didn't interrupt you when you were speaking, so please let her continue.
Madam Chair, the standing rules say that there needs to be a justification and a letter sent out if a bill has not been heard and if it doesn't go through. And I'm just asking that on that fair statement, that if we're looking at 70% of some bills that have been referred and not heard, I think it needs to be noted that we have lots of bills that have been referred and not have been heard. And I know that there are some times when the authors of the legislation are not in support of a bill being referred to a particular committee, but the justifications is usually put on why it was said. If it was appropriations, then it would go, if there was any kind of appropriation, then it would go to the Office of Finance and Budget. And I'm just saying that as I look into this, I'm looking at the the motion done by the secretary that says ratification based on corrections, subject to corrections. So that because we do have our differences of opinion and we can respect that.
Suzu Masi, Madam Speaker, I also just want to note for all of the core, sorry, Senator Moylan, are you on the phone or are we on the phone? Sorry, just want to make sure everybody is paying attention because we're about to vote. So for Bill 281, we received 2 yeses on the OFB pre-referral checklist. So that was referred to appropriations. The same for Bill 288, that was 3 yeses on our pre-approval sheet. So that goes to appropriation, as well as Bill 377. So there certainly is a method to the way that the bills are being referred. We have made reconsiderations in the past when we've received letters. We've received letters from Senator Therese Terlahi, and we've, had conversations about the referral of the bills. But ultimately, that's the reason why we select one person, the Committee on Rules chair, to kind of make these decisions if there's a gray area or if there's a possibility that it addresses multiple areas in the code. And that's the reason why we move that forward. So again, there was a motion made subject to corrections by the legislative secretary. It was seconded by the speaker, and we're currently in voting. So Ms. Maravilla, please call the roll of members. Suzu Masi.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Hungen.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
I'm alive.
Speaker Barnes,
Hungen.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Taitano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi,
Yeah, I'm good.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi,
Aye.
Senator Moylan,
Nay.
Senator Torres,
Yes.
Suzu Masi, the motion receives 9 ayes, 2 nays, motion passes. We'll now move on to the ratification of resolutions, the referral of resolutions. And does the chair hear a motion to ratify the referral of resolutions?
So moved, Madam Chair.
Moved by the speaker. Do I see a second? Seconded by Senator Clint Rigel. Any discussion? Senator Sabina, you're recognized.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Chair. I think just like the previous motion, I think if we can have subject to corrections in case
Sure.
there are need for it.
Suzu Masi, Senator. Thank you. And we'll amend that motion, Madam Speaker. That's good with you?
No objection to that, subject to corrections, ma'am.
Suzu Masi. Okay, there's been a motion to ratify the referral of resolutions subject to corrections by the speaker, seconded by Senator Clint Rigel. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Hungen.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Hungen.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absent. Senator Marsh Taitano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
'Yes'.
Suzu Masi, the motion received 11 ayes and 1 excused absent. Motion carries.
Madam Chair, before the next section,
Yes, Senator
Uh,
Moylan, you're recognized.
yeah, just going back to the referral of bills. So I understand your statement. I thank you for that. I'll be working with CORE and OFB to determine exactly where a lot of my colleagues, or several of my colleagues, are asking me to look into. We do have some bills that have not been referred for
Suzu
a
Masi.
year. So we'll be working with you on that, sending you documentation so we can discuss this again for the next court, please. Thank you,
Absolutely. In addition to OFB, some bills are also or continue to be in legal review. And so that also might be, but please feel free, you always write me and I write right back. So there should be no confusion as to what the issue is on your bills. Moving on, does the chair hear a motion to ratify the referral of appointments? Motion by our legislative secretary, Senator Shelton, seconded by Senator Joseph Augustine. On the motion to ratify the referral of appointments, Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Ongen,
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excused absence. Senator Marsh Taitano,
Hungen.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Aye.
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi, Senator Therese M. Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
Yes.
Suzu Masi, the motion receives 10 ayes and 2 excused absences. I apologize before we call that. Mary, do you want to, I think Senator Pito has just rejoined.
Madam Chair, I was offline and my vote is yes.
Okay, Suzu Masi, thank you very much, Senator Pito. And with that, the motion receives 11 ayes, 1 excused absent. Motion passes. We'll now move on to the consideration of items eligible for placement on our session agenda. And since our May meeting, the committee reports for the following items have been duly filed and met our core deadline. So those bills include bills number 2, 6, 11, 46, 56, 69, 71, 90, 148, 167, 168, 197, 260, 262, 263, 287, 298, 306, 327, 378. And Madam Speaker, I'll acknowledge you for any bills that you'd like to add.
Yes, Madam Chair, if I may, from the Committee on Public Accountability, Human Resources, and the Guam Build-Up. I know you mentioned the numbers, Madam Chair, regarding the bills that were received, but there were a couple of other bills that were received by the committee and returned for revisions and then resubmitted back to the Committee on Rules. And one of those bills that came out of my committee is Bill number 312, which I'm the co-author of, which is an act to amend section 4403D through F, Article 4, Chapter 4, Title 4, Guam Code Annotated, relative to authorizing the Civil Service Commission to null and void personnel actions which are in violation of existing laws or regulations, and to establishing penalties for public officials who unjustifiably refuse to cooperate with such investigations and to further amend section 4406 of Article 4, Chapter 4, Title 4, Guam Code Annotated, relative to removing the application of the 90-day rule for the post-audit investigations, and to further amend section 4408 of Article 4, Chapter 4, Title 4, Guam Code Annotated, relative to the enforcement of Civil Service Commission orders, and to further require the transmittal of the Commission's rules and regulations to a legislature in Guam. Madam Chair, that did come out of my committee.
Yes, so Cora is in receipt of that, and we're doing our second round of markup review, but I believe the corrections have not yet been received. So we'll work with you on that, but if we just want to stick a pin in that, and you could maybe make a motion when we're on the floor. So I'll just note that, Bill 312.
And then the same would go for 360. I understand that that was also turned in, if you can duly note that.
Yes, that was
360.
also returned to the Committee on General Government Operations, Appropriations, and Housing. So we'll definitely be working with that committee to, so I'll just note that 312 and 360. Suzu Masi, Madam Speaker. Any other motions?
No, thank you. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Okay, Senator Shelton.
No bills at this time, Madam Chair. Would I move appointments now or at a later time?
At a later time, Suzu Masi. Senator Clint Rigel.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to add Bill 306.
And if you could just read the title.
Sure, one moment.
And indicated it if it's as introduced or as amended.
All right, Bill 306-35 COR as amended by the Committee on Economic Development, Agriculture, Maritime Transportation, Power and Energy Utilities and Emergency Response. It's an act to amend section 63118, 63121, and 63122 of Article 1, Chapter 63, Title 5, Guam Code Annotated, and to add a new section 62104.1.1, section 62104.3I of Article 1, Chapter 62, all of Title 5, Guam Code Annotated, and to amend sections 11.320 and 11.321 of Chapter 11, Title 9, Guam Administrative Rules and Regulations relative to lifting restrictions preventing the control of the feral pig population and restricting the release of pigs.
Suzu Masi, there's been a motion to move Bill 306 as amended by Senator Rigel. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by Senator Joe San Augustine. Any discussion on Bill 306? If not, we'll ask Ms. Maravilla to call the roll.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Again.
Speaker Barnes.
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absent. Senator Marsh Titano.
Again.
Senator Perez.
Again.
Senator Rigel.
Aye.
Senator San Augustine.
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi. Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Again.
So those Masi colleagues, the motion received 11 ayes and 1 excused absence. Motion passes. Senator Clint Rigel, you still have the floor.
Thank you, Senator Lee. So I'd just like to make a note that I would also like to move Bill 151, but it's not, it was reported out by the committee and it was sent to Committee on Rules, but I believe Committee on Rules sent it back to the committee to make some corrections. So if the committee can make those corrections in time and report it out on time, I'd like to move that at a later date. Add it to the agenda later.
Thank you very much, Senator Clint. Senator Kelly Marsh Titano, you're recognized.
Suzu Masi, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I motion to place bill number 67-35 COR, authored by myself, Speaker Rose Munoz Barnes, Sabina Flores Perez, an act to amend subsection 1203.
I apologize, Senator
1206.
I apologize, Senator Marsh. If you could just repeat the number because you were breaking up at, is that Bill 367?
167.
Oh, 167.
So I motion to,
Yes.
yeah, I motion to place Bill 167-35 onto the agenda. And then I can go ahead and read the title as introduced.
Suzu Masi. Please proceed.
So, thank you, Suzu Masi. It is an act to amend subsection 1203, 1206, 1209B, 1210, 1211, and 1214, each of Chapter 1, Title 5, Guam Code Annotated, relative to renewing the Guam Comprehensive Development Plan to encompass the principles of sustainability.
There's been a motion by Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano to move Bill number 167 as introduced. Do I hear a second? Seconded by the Speaker. Any discussion? Hearing or seeing none. Ms. Mary Maravilla, please call the roll.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Hungan.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Again.
Speaker Barnes.
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absent. Senator Marsh Taitano.
Again.
Senator Perez.
Again.
Senator Rajal.
Aye.
Senator San Augustine.
Aye.
Senator Jose Piro Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Therese M. Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Suzu Masi, colleagues, the motion receives 11 ayes, 1 excused absence, and the motion passes. Senator Kelly Marsh Taitano, you're recognized.
Suzu Masi, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, I'm hoping, I just wish to announce that I'm hoping to be able to put a resolution 365-35 LS onto the agenda. It has not gone through its review with CORE yet.
Duly noted, Suzu Masi. Senator Therese Terlahi.
And if I could also, oh, I'm sorry.
I apologize. Senator Kelly, go ahead.
Dispensed to. If I can also just note, we've submitted a committee report for the nomination of Maria Flor Herrero, and I believe it's just going through a technical correction. So again, it's not fully ready, but I'd just like to make others aware that I'd like to introduce that. So just
that committee report was received by the Committee on Rules. Unfortunately, it did not meet the deadline, but this is for Maria Flor L. Herrero, member, Guam Education Telecommunications Corporation, KGTF PBS, Board of Trustees. And so that's in our file. Thank you. I apologize. Senator Therese Terlahi, you're recognized.
Madam Chair, could you come back to me? Could I pass, please?
Chair, we can't hear you.
I apologize. Senator Pito Terlahi, you're recognized. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I was talking to the chairman for appropriation. Joe, can you kind of just reinforce what we talked about the bill 380.
Senator Joe, Bill 380.
380, if we talk about that, Peter, offline, we won't be able to discuss it at this point. Not a committee on rules.
Okay,
Other
thank you.
than that, thank you, Senator Chalahi. Other than that, any other bills that you'd like to move forward at this time? If not, we'll move on.
On mute.
Senator Sabina Paris, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So I would like to move to place Bill 90 as substituted by the Committee on Environment, Revenue, Taxation, Procurement. And just give me a moment to get the reading on that.
Sure.
So it's an act to repeal and reenact Section 5215 of Subarticle B, Article 3, relative to providing for emergency procurement for threats to the environment, increasing transparency, and otherwise improving emergency procurement.
I will just note that's bill number 90-35 COR as substituted and amended by the committee. This bill was set aside from a previous session in March 2020, and it's been moved by Senator Paris. Do I hear a second? Seconded by Senator Shelton. Any discussion on bill number 90-35 COR as substituted and amended? If not, Mary Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Ungan.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Ungan.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Tatino,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Aye.
Senator Pito Terlahi. Sorry, Senator Mike is
How
on.
about that, Ungan?
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Okay.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
Yes.
Colleagues, the motion to place bill number 90-35 as substituted and amended by the committee received 11 ayes and 1 excused absence. Motion passes. Senator Sabina, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. If legal counsel has reviewed Bill 283-35 COR as introduced, I would like to put that on session agenda. But right now, as I see it's not on the list. It's an act to repeal and reenact Chapter 53 of Division 2, Title 10 Guam Code Annotated relative to updating the Guam Safe Drinking Water Act. To repeal Chapter 53A of Division 2, Title 10 Guam Code Annotated relative to the Guam Lead Ban Act. And to repeal and reenact Chapter 6 of Division 2, Title 22 Guam Administrative Rules and Regulations relative to updating the Guam Safe Drinking Water Regulations.
Senator Paris. Any other bills for consideration?
So I understand the PAWS Act might be up. So if that's available, I would like to.
And the bill number? I apologize.
Just give me a moment.
Sure.
I think
It's
that was
Bill
283.
Bill 185-35, as I believe as amended.
Bill 185-35. Yeah, unfortunately, not with the Committee on Rules at this time.
Okay.
So
yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. If
please
it does
refer
get
to
on.
your committee chair, whoever that might be.
Madam Chair, I apologize, please, on a point of information. Based on, I thought we were dealing with the repeal and reenact on the safe drinking.
Oh.
283-35. Because we should.
No. No, Madam Speaker. Unfortunately, that is in legal review at this time. And so Senator Sabina Paris was just noting that hopefully by the time we're in session, that review will have been completed and she'll be able to move that on the session floor.
That's for the Safe Drinking Water Act, right?
Yes. And then I apologize, Senator Paris, can you just repeat the number for the Pause Act? So I can.
Yeah, that's 185-35 COR.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, on the Pause Act,
Bill.
that committee report has not been submitted yet to Committee on Rules. However, it is ready and it has just been pending the confirmation by the sponsor as to the substitute version. So, thank you.
Thanks for the update, Senator Chirlahi. Moving on, colleagues. Oh, Senator Joe San Augustine, did I recognize?
Yes, Madam Chair. I'd like to add Bill 287-35 COR as amended by the Committee on Federal and Foreign Affairs, Telecommunications Technology and Labor. An act to amend section 10102A, add a new item Q to section 10102, amend section 10108, all of Article 1, Chapter 10, Division 1, Title 22, Guam Code Annotated, to amend section 81.10 of Title 9, Guam Code Annotated, and to amend section 7120 of Article 1 of Chapter 7, Division 1, Title 22, Guam Code Annotated, all relative to expanding the Guam Registered Apprenticeship Program as described as GRAB, to include pre-apprenticeship, authorizing tax credit for participants of the GRAB program, and providing work credit for GRAB apprentices in order to strengthen construction workforce development.
There's been a motion by Senator Joe San Augustine to move Bill 287-35 COR as amended. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by Senator Jim Moylan. Any discussion on Bill 287 as amended? Hearing none. Ms. Maravilla?
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Hungan.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Again.
Speaker Barnes.
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excuse absence. Senator Marsh Titano.
Hungan.
Senator Perez.
Again.
Senator Rajel.
Aye.
Senator San Augustine.
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Suzu Smasi, colleagues, the motion on Bill 287 received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion passes. Senator San Augustine, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I just like to let my colleagues know and that we have Bill 219-35 COR. It's still going through the motion of being, whatever correction we need to make. It's going to go to core. And once core gives us a green light, I know it's not on the list. If need be, I'll introduce it on the floor.
Can you repeat the bill number?
Bill 219-35. And that's generally in relations to the solar power, solar energy for all the education institutions on Guam. And I'd like to also make a comment that I know that there's some bills that are still in my committee. We are processing them. As we get the comments from CORE, where my staff is responding as fast as possible. And if any of the members here feel that I have a bill that you have an interest of, please feel free to give me a call my staff, and let's sit down, let's talk about it. And let's see how we can help you out in whatever your concerns are. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Senator San Augustine. And I'll go back to Senator Therese Terlahi.
No bills at this time.
Okay, thank you, Senator. Senator Mary Camacho Torres, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move to place Bill 378, which is with the Committee on General Government Operations, Appropriations, and Housing on the session agenda. This is an act to add a new section 57108 to chapter 57, title 10, Guam Code Annotated, relative to the establishment of a non-expiring Guam identification card for residents aged 65 years or older.
Suzu Masi, Senator Torres, that's Bill 378 as introduced. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by the speaker. Any discussion on Bill 378 as introduced? Hearing and seeing none. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absent. Senator Marsh Taitano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
Yes.
Suzu Masi, colleagues, Bill 378 has received, the motion on 378 has received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence, motion carries. Senator Mary Camacho Torres, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I do intend to also move on the floor to include Bill 369. The bill has been returned by CORE to the committee with some corrections, but I understand that the corrections will be, if not already submitted, will be certainly be forthcoming and ready for upload. And this bill is very timely and necessary right now, and it is relative to authorizing the performance of notarial acts by remote online notarization. And so remote online notary public, the RON bill, Bill 369.
Thank you very much, Senator. Senator Jim Moylan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'd like to move to place Bill 235 on session agenda, which is an act to add new subsection to Article 3, Chapter 3, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated. It's relative to allowing the Department of Public Health and Social Services to implement a school-located vaccination programs in Guam schools and institutions of higher learning.
Senator Moylan, can you just repeat the bill number? Is that 235?
Yes, Madam Chair. Bill 2-35, introduced, as introduced.
I apologize. I don't have that on my list of items cleared for session agenda, and I don't have it on my
Yes.
items on my list of
Madam Chair, it's,
for consideration.
excuse me, Madam Chair, it's the first one on your list on page 1, ma'am. It's the first one. It's introduced by Senator Luis Muñoz. It's
Oh, I
Bill
apologize,
2-35.
Senator Moylan.
No problem.
2-35.
Yes, Madam.
I'm looking for Bill 235. 235.
Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you. So Bill 2-35 LS as introduced.
Yes, Madam Chair. That's
I
correct.
apologize. I apologize. Yes. Moved by Senator Moylan. Any second on Bill 2? Seconded by the speaker. Any discussion on Bill 2? Hearing and seeing none. Mary, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Ahi.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absent. Senator Marsh Taitano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi.
I apologize, Senator, can you repeat? I didn't catch that.
Yes. Thank you, Senator. Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes, sorry about that.
Thanks, Senator.
Suzu Masi colleagues, the motion to move Bill 2 received 10 ayes, 1 excused absence, and 1 nay. Motion passes. Senator Moylan, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have several other bills for the same author that will most likely be moving on the floor with the completion of the committee notes as well. I'll just request to read them briefly here, Madam Chair. That's Bill 16435, introduced by Senator Luis Muñoz, co-sponsored by Senator Jose Piro Terlahi and Senator William M. Castro. That's an act to add a new subsection 181004 to Article 10 of Chapter 18, Title 22, Guam Code Annotated. It's relative to lung cancer screening coverage and health insurance benefit plans sold on Guam by the Medicaid and the Medical Indigenous Program, MIP. That's as introduced, that's Bill 164-35, Madam Chair. Hopefully to be introduced on session, on the floor on session for session agenda. Madam Chair, we also have bill number 165-35, introduced by Senator Luis Muñoz, Senator Jose Piro Terlahi, and Senator William M. Castro. That's an act to add a new subsection 181005 to Article 10, Chapter 18, Title 22, Guam Code Annotated. It's relative to retaining the United States Preventive Service Task Force screening recommendations for diabetes of the Affordable Cares Act and Guam's health insurance law, Madam Chair. And I'll just continue on reading, Madam Chair, please. The next bill to be introduced on session floor upon completion of the committee notes is Bill 205-35, as introduced by Senator Luis Muñoz. It's an act to add a new subsection 18902 to Article 9 of Chapter 18, Title 22, Guam Code Annotated, and to amend the title of Article 9 of Chapter 18, Title 22, Guam Code Annotated. And this is relative to requiring party in cancer drug insurance coverage. And just two more for this author also,
I
Madam.
apologize, Senator Moylan, if you could just repeat that last bill number. I have 164, 165. What was the last one?
Is 205-35 core as introduced.
Great,
Madam
thank
Chair. Thank you, Madam Chair. Next will be bill number 207-35 core as introduced by Senator Luis Muñoz. It's an act to add a new subsection 18137 to Chapter 18, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated. This is relative to authorizing the Coalition of Massage Therapy and the practice services within cosmetology establishments. Okay, and then the last one for the author is bill number 285-35 core, as introduced by Senator Luis Muñoz, is an act to amend subsection 77302A of Article 3, Chapter 77, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, and to add a new subsection 34126 to Article 1, Chapter 34, Title 10, Guam Code, and to add a new subsection 60205 to Article 2, Chapter 60, Title 5, Guam Code, and to repeal and reenact subsection 70.10.3, Article 1, Chapter 70, Title 9, Guam Code Annotated as subsection 34127 of Article 1, Chapter 34, Title 10, Guam Code Annotated, And this is relative to authorizing volunteers to enforce animal abuse laws. Madam Chair.
Senator Moylan, I just wanted to give just a point of information. I'm looking through the bills cleared for session agenda and the bills that are with the Committee on Rules, and none of those bills are with us. So if you could just have, or maybe refer back to the committee chair. I'm not sure where these are in the process, so but it's not with the Committee on Rules. So I just appreciate you listing those, and we'll keep an eye out for that if it's able to make its way to the session floor. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank you.
Sorry, still have a couple more, please.
Okay, if you could just give if they're not on our listing, if you could just give the number.
Okay. So this will be Bill 215, and that's 21535 as amended in the Committee on General Government Operations and Appropriations and Housing. I believe this was, the committee notes was completed. It just had to go back to committee for some changes, but it should be ready by time of session.
Okay,
and
great.
Will be introduced. Okay, and then two more, and then I'm done. Okay,
sure.
And that's bills 217-35, and that's regarding the enactment of potential establishments of commercial drone industry on Guam. I understand with the committee, these committee notes are being circulated and should be also ready on time for session agenda.
Great.
And then the last one, Madam Chair, is Bill 21835. It's the qualifying certificates for enticement of potential establishments of the processing, trade, and distribution, transformation and fulfillment center industries on Guam. Likewise, Madam Chair, these committee notes are being circulated and should be ready in time for session agenda to be introduced on the floor, Madam Chair. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Senator Moylan. Any member wish to add appointments at this time? I'll recognize the speaker.
I don't at this time. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Legislative Secretary Shelton.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'd like to place on the agenda the appointment of Dr. Monique Story to serve as a member to the Board of Directors of the Guam Public Library System.
Do I hear a second? Seconded by the speaker. Any discussion on the nomination of Dr. Monique Story to serve as a member librarian representative of the Guam Public Library System? Hearing and seeing none. Ms. Maravilla, please call the roll.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Again.
Speaker Barnes.
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Tatsno.
Again.
Senator Perez.
Again.
Senator Rigel.
Aye.
Senator San Augustine.
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi. Senator Therese Terlahi.
Again.
Senator Moylan.
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
To those colleagues, the appointment or the nomination received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion carries. Senator Shelton, you're recognized.
Thank you very much. I'd like to place on the agenda the appointment of Gravinder Sobti to serve as a member to the Board of Directors of the Guam International Airport Authority.
Second.
Moved by Senator Shelton, seconded by the speaker. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee.
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton.
Again.
Speaker Barnes.
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Taitsino.
Again.
Senator Perez.
Pass.
Senator Rigel.
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again,
Senator Jose Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi, Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
I apologize, Mary. I didn't get the Senator Terlahi's vote. Therese Terlahi's vote.
Senator Terlahi,
Did you get it, Mary? Again?
oh, yes. Thank you, Senator. Senator Perez,
Hungan.
Suzu colleagues, the motion on Gravinder Sobti to serve as a member of the Airport Authority Board of Directors, 11 ayes and 1 excused absence. Motion carries. Senator Shelton, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I'd like to place on the agenda the appointment of Liana Borja to serve as a member to the Guam Commission for Educator Certification.
Do I hear a second?
second,
Seconded by Senator Joe San Augustine. Any discussion? Hearing and seeing none. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Senator Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Titano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
aye. Again,
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Thank you, colleagues. On the motion to place Liana Borja on the session agenda, 11 ayes, 0 nays, and 1 excused absence. Motion carries. Senator Shelton, you're recognized.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. I have no other appointments to place at this time, but I'd like to state for the record that the committee reports for Mr. Roland Certeza and Mr. Mike Nahalawa to serve as members of the University of Guam Board of Regents have been submitted to the Committee on Rules, and I'm hoping that they will be up online by session for me to move it on the floor.
Suzu. Senator Joe San Augustine, you're recognized.
Madam Chair, I don't have any nomination. Thank you.
Thank you. Senator Rigel,
Done, Madam Chair.
Suzu. Senator Therese Terlahi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I'll start with the ones that are on your agenda right now, beginning with the first one, the nomination of Brian Artero to serve as a member of the Guam Land Use Commission.
Second.
If you
There's
would,
been a motion by Senator Therese Terlahi to add the nomination of Brian Artero to the Guam Land Use Commission, and seconded by the speaker. Sorry, Senator Therese, any discussion?
no, I was just going to ask if you would consider a motion to do a bulk motion of all of these, unless there's an objection to any one, then we treat that person separately.
Let's do it. If you have each commission, we can do a bulk for the commissions individually. Yeah.
Okay, so Brian Artero for the Guam Land Use Commission. There are others for the same commission including Ms. Leilani R. Flores.
Second.
And those two.
Okay, any objection from anyone on moving forward with the motions together, Brian K. Artero and Leilani R. Flores to serve as members of the Guam Land Use Commission?
No objection.
So be it.
None? Okay, we'll do it together. I'm sorry, Mary, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Hungan.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Ungan.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Titano,
Ungan.
Senator Perez,
Hungan.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Okay.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
To Dismasi colleagues, the placement of the nominations of Brian K. Artero and Leilani R. Flores to serve as members of the Guam Land Use Commission are now on our session agenda with the vote of 11 ayes and 1 excused absence. Motion passes. Senator Therese Terlahi.
Thank you, Madam Chair. The nomination of David T. Lotz as a member of the Guam Historic Preservation Review Board, and the nomination of Edwin J.C. Regis as an alternate member of the Guam Historic Preservation Review Board.
I apologize, Madam Chair. Mary, is there an error on our session agenda list? I have the listing of David T. Lotz for Guam Land Use Commission. Is that an error?
An error, Madam Chair, and there's also an error on number 6 that says Hollister as a member of the Historic Preservation Review Board. I believe he's nominated to the Environmental Protection Agency.
That's correct. Okay, so I'll just move this down. So
Yeah.
you mentioned David T. Lotz for
Thank
Guam
you.
Historic Preservation Review Board and Edwin J.C. Regis to the Guam Historic Preservation Review Board. That is a motion by Senator Therese Terlahi,
Second.
seconded by the Speaker. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none, Ms. Maravilla.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Hungan.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Ungan.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Titano,
Ungan.
Senator Perez,
Hungan.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Okay.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Dismasi colleagues, the motion received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion passes. Senator Therese Terlahi, you're recognized.
Thank you. Mr. Philip J. Flores as a member of the Guam Board of Medical Examiners.
And there's been a motion by Senator Therese Terlahi to move the nomination of Philip J. Flores as a public member representative for the Guam Board of Medical Examiners. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Seconded by Senator Sabina Paris. Mary, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Ungan.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson, excuse absence. Senator Marsh Titano,
Ungan.
Senator Perez,
Hungan.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Thank you, colleagues. Motion received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion carries. Senator Terlahi.
Thank you. The nomination of Sonia Silang as a member of the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority Board of Trustees.
Second.
Seconded by Senator Kelly March Taitino. Thank you, Senator. On the nomination of Sonia L. Silang to serve as a member of the Guam Memorial Hospital Authority Board of Trustees, Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excused absence. Senator Marsh Taitino,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi, Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
Yes.
Thank you,
Senator
colleagues.
Terlahi, Therese Terlahi.
Called me already, but aye.
Thank you, Senator.
I didn't hear it the first time either, so I thought maybe Mary just caught it. Okay. On that motion, 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion carries. Senator Terlahi, you're recognized.
The nomination of Maria G. Cruz as a member of the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission.
Moved by Senator Therese Terlahi, seconded by the speaker. Any discussion? On the motion of Maria G. Cruz on the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission, Mary Maravilla, please take the roll.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excused absence. Senator Marsh Taitino,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres,
Yes.
Thank you, colleagues. The motion received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion carries. Senator Therese Terlahi, did you have any other?
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have several nominations that have been submitted to the Committee on Rules, and so they are pending review or publication on the website. But I'd just like to give my colleagues some notice of that I will be moving these during session. Ronald F. Ecavea as a member of the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission. Anita F. Orlino as a member of the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission. Mr. Jeffrey B. Rios as a member of the Guam Ancestral Lands Commission. Mr. John R. Rages as a member of the Chamorro Land Trust Commission. Dr. Nathaniel Berg as a member of the Guam Board of Medical Examiners. And Dr. Michael J. As a member of the Guam Memorial Hospital's Board of Trustees. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Sabina Perez, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move to place on the agenda from the Committee on Environment, Revenue, and Taxation Procurement, the executive appointment of Mr. Stephen R. Hollister to serve as a member of the Guam Environmental Protection Agency Board of Directors.
On the motion, on the nomination of Stephen R. Hollister to serve as a member of GIPA Board, I believe the speaker seconds that motion. Any discussion? Seeing and hearing none. Ms. Maravilla?
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excuse absence, Senator Marsh Titano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rangel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi, Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Thank you, colleagues. The nomination received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence, and motion passes. Senator Sabina, if you want to couple the next two. They're on the
Yes.
same-
Thank you, Madam Chair. I was just about to suggest that, but you beat me to that. So yes, I would like to place on the agenda 2 nominees for the Alcoholic Beverage and Control Board. The first nominee is Mr. Rennie A. Linetta, and the second nominee is Miss Candy C. Okuhama.
Second.
Any discussion on Mr. Lanetta and Ms. Okuhama? Seeing and hearing none, Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excuse absence, Senator Marsh Titano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rangel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Yes.
Thank you, colleagues. The motion received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence. Motion carries. I believe that exhausts all of the nominations that have been cleared for session agenda. I would just like to go back and make mention of 2 bills that I'll likely be moving on to the session agenda. Those include Bill number 372, Parametric Insurance Bill for Tumon Bay, as well as Bill 373 on plastic bag ban. That has already had a public hearing, but we are making some changes to the bill, and hopefully that'll be amended by the committee and heard next week. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up on those 2 bills. Again, that's 372 and 373. The draft session agenda has been provided to each of you. Are there any motions to place these bills into the second reading file?
So moved.
Moved by the speaker,
Second.
seconded by Senator Joe San Augustine. On the motion to place bills into the second reading file, Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please. I apologize. Can we amend the motion to place bills, resolutions, and nominations into
Yes, please.
Ms. Massey? Moved by the speaker, seconded by Senator Joe San Augustine on the motion to place bills, resolutions, and appointments onto the second reading file and under legislative concurrence, respectively. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excuse absence, Senator Marsh Titano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rangel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi, Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Again.
Thank you, colleagues. The motion received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence, motion carries. And one last motion, hopefully. With the placement of these bills and resolutions in the second reading file and the appointments under legislative concurrence, is there a motion to adopt the session agenda?
So be it.
Moved by the speaker, seconded by Senator Josen Augustine. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excused absent, Senator Marsh Titano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Again.
Sidosmasi colleagues, the motion to adopt the session agenda received 11 ayes, 1 excused absence, and 0 nays. Motion carries. In accordance with the standing rules, the agenda will be published within the next 24 hours. And we'll now move to extension of remarks. So the floor is open for further discussion. Any member wish to be heard?
Madam Chair,
Yes.
motion to adjourn.
There's been a motion to adjourn made by Senator San Augustine, seconded by the speaker. Ms. Maravilla, roll call, please.
Chair Biscoe Lee,
Again.
Vice Chair Shelton,
Again.
Speaker Barnes,
Again.
Vice Speaker Nelson excused absent, Senator Marsh Titano,
Again.
Senator Perez,
Again.
Senator Rigel,
Aye.
Senator San Augustine,
Again, put for vote.
Senator Pito Terlahi,
He left already.
Senator Therese Terlahi,
Again.
Senator Moylan,
Aye.
Senator Torres.
Again.
Sidosmasi colleagues, the motion received 10 ayes, 2 excused absences, and 0 nays. The motion carries. Sidosmasi for your attendance and participation at today's meeting. The time is now 3:46 p.m. and this virtual Committee on Rules meeting is adjourned. Undangklu na Sidosmasi. Adios. Thank you.